basically, I texted these 3 people when I was I was at the wedding in Florida, and I was like, yo, we need to create a wedding group because it's almost like we're not wasting like our time and stuff, but like we have the ability to create something like this, and so like it's like, you know, why not? Let's do it. There's a strong need for it. So, do you want to kind of just talk about where you want to see everything go in the future?
Yeah, like we're all pretty much like, I would say we're all entrepreneurs, like,
Yeah,
because we're doing this from like a younger age, and it's like you're saying, like, why not? Like we have the potential. It's just kind of like diversifying our opportunities and stuff.
Yeah.
I think Forever Group could definitely be like especially in Idaho, like a staple group for wedding videography.
Yeah.
But then like after that, you know, we're gonna be branching out, like, you know, across the nation, hopefully.
Yeah.
So like
For anyone listening, we're not just an Idaho group.
Yeah.
Wherever you need us, we can get there.
We'll get there. And I think also one of the things that we kind of were like, oh, it would be important is a lot of people, I know people that are charging, you know, $7,000 for a wedding video. And obviously we're kids, so we don't have to pay rent. We don't have to pay a lot of these, you know, expenses that someone else would. So I think we would be able to go at a, you know, a little more affordable price. Obviously we still have, there's 4 of us.
There's 4 of us with
yeah.
$50,000 worth of equipment.
We still need to get paid and all, but I definitely think we could have an affordable price for what you're getting. I'd say,
like, don't get us wrong, we're kids, but we're kids with highly professional gear.
Yeah.
Like if there was a 30-year-old with our stuff, you would think nothing of it.
Exactly.
But we're kids, so people kind of like look at us as kids.
And as obviously right now, like we don't have a portfolio or anything in this scene.
So a wedding portfolio.
Yeah. No. We have a very strong like video like portfolio. I was talking to someone yesterday. Like, I love the video, but there's no wedding video. I'm like, yeah, that's why we're creating the group. I was like, it's like I'm not going to create a new Media X for sports. That's like that's what Media X is for. It's like sports. That's why we created Forever Group, is because we don't have a portfolio, so that's what we're doing right now. And obviously, you know, it's going to take time to get, you know, the right things going, but I think we got it.
Yeah, hopefully the thing with Jay pulls through.
Yeah,
his mom.
We got some connections that we're working on with some wedding venues, and so hopefully that goes well.
Yeah, and like it, going back to the Diego, like the age thing, I like experienced that because I was doing like promo videos for businesses when I was like 15, and like I really just had to go in there and like prove myself, and like I did most of the time, and then it just, even when I was like 16, 17, like people just like didn't believe that I was like that young, but luckily most smaller businesses have the same mindset as us, entrepreneurs and stuff like that, so they like appreciate the effort.
People with your age, and they'll either think, wow, this 16-year-old kid really has their stuff together, or, oh wow, this is a 16-year-old kid. Like sometimes they like totally discredit you just based on your age.
Yeah, a lot of I think it's crazy, like, which would totally make sense, but it's 2020 and you can literally learn anything on the internet. Bro, like, it's insane. Like,
exactly.
That's where I like learn most.
Yeah, I don't question like
YouTube tutorials.
I don't question things because it's like, why would I like? I don't need to worry about questioning. Like, I can just look that shit up.
Exactly.
Like it blows my mind that you can literally. It's crazy. If you know, if you want to like try something new, like with your like workouts, you can literally like pull up a researched like document on like what that is.
On like every muscle group.
Thing. And so I think like in 2020 that, like you were saying, the younger people. So like when I shot a video for the sneaker shop, and I knew him from selling shoes, but he came to me because he's like, like, you know, younger kids, like, we know what we're doing with these cameras, versus like you see these parents, you know, have like, you know, their Canon something, whatever, but they don't really know. I would say they're outdated. They don't understand like how quick everything's evolving. But that's one thing we understand, is how quick, you know, things are evolving, and just so much is going on. So I think that's what being younger almost is a way bigger advantage.
Because you're definitely more in tune with just like quote unquote the culture.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
You're like, we're growing with it.
Yeah, exactly.
They're watching it grow, but like we're physically in it.
Yeah, we're why it's growing. Like we're the reason why it's growing.
I'd like to touch up on something real quick. So I noticed one thing that when this whole like quarantine thing started this year, I noticed that we all put at least 2 videos out during like over the quarantine or like in the summer.
Yeah.
Like, as to where people, like normal people, are out sitting on their asses at home, like oh man, I wish I could go do something, but we were out like videoing. Yeah, we actually like and that just shows our like commitment to videoing,
like what we do. Like you want to know what I did over COVID?
Was tough.
Yeah. So like I DM'd like 15, 20 businesses and offered them a free 30-second video showing how they're like dealing with it, and I did like 10 over the course of like a week and a half, and then I got videos booked for later this year from them. So it's just like it's like what you do with the circumstance and like what's brought to you.
For what I did over COVID was like my money maker, I'd say, is I literally emailed every single real estate group. Literally went like through Zillow or something and emailed them, and most of them were like they were just automated text back like, "Are you interested in buying a house?" Yeah. And then there was like I think 2 people that kind of like really interested, and I was like, "All right, well I'll go with this group, first and see what we're working with." But like so then I met with them and they're like, "So like why are you doing this?" I'm like, "There's no like," because like I was like, "Oh yeah, I do sports," and they like saw my sports videos. They're like, "This is sweet, but like why are you doing real estate?" I'm like, "Because you can't have a group of 20 people anymore." Like sports aren't really a thing. And it was like April or whatever.
Yeah.
So
just like adapt.
And I was like, I gotta adapt to what's going on. And I was like, I had nothing to lose. Like, oh, okay, they turned me down or whatever.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's like I'm already losing anyway. We're in a global pandemic.
Yeah.
It's like
COVID was super, super tough for me. Because I just bought my camera in October. I had about 4 months because COVID really, people started talking about COVID in the United States around January. That's when the talk started starting up. And I had about 4 or 5 months before everything was social distance and people were weren't allowed to go around each other. So I didn't have that big of a portfolio. I had 3 games of football and basketball, and I had no idea what I was doing. And I knew that I wasn't gonna be getting any clients over COVID just because I didn't even have a portfolio at all. But that's what was so tough about me. And now that things are starting to open up, I'm starting to get more clients and everything, which I'm super thankful for. But thank God COVID isn't gonna be a whole other year thing.
Yeah, easy now though. We don't know.
Hopefully, the way it's looking, it shouldn't be.
I think it's crazy because we were skiing that weekend and we were in the elevator and you were like, "Yo, I was hearing we might not go back to school for the rest of the school."
You guys were like,
no way, not a chance we're not going back. And next thing you know, it's 7 months or whatever.
It was in January, and I was talking with Carson and Luke, and I was like, this is serious. People could die, and they were like, no, it's not. It's less than the flu.
Dude, I remember you were you threw that party. You're like, yo, at least we had one more party before COVID. I'm like, D, that's gonna be 2 weeks before COVID's over. And next thing you know, we are quarantined.
We're we're getting an extra week on spring break.
Yeah.
Don't go back to school till September, bro.
An extra summer, bro.
Yeah. Gosh, bro.
But it wasn't. We I know for at least a month, I was just sitting in my house. We would go maybe to the skate park for an hour.
Yeah, we'd skate. We started to skate a little bit, but I'll be honest, I definitely did not take advantage of quarantine.
Oh no.
I was literally sitting in my office so much, but I was just watching TV. So I was
I watched about everything on Netflix you could.
I mean, that was
Netflix and YouTube was a wave.
Yeah, I think if we honestly met up January, it's hard though because no one knew what was gonna happen. But if we knew, hey, everyone's gonna be sitting in their houses for 2 months, right?
Yeah.
How can we create some sort of production or any sort of value to that? Because that literally was the biggest,
By now it would have been the fattest lick.
Yeah, easily. Yeah.
And our advantage is weddings were not really a thing this year.
No.
And then now
we didn't
this
mess
next
up.
Now this next year
everybody's gonna be
people that had
married.
canceled their weddings. So let's get it done this year. So I think that'll be good for us.
They didn't even plan that either. They haven't planned everything out because they're COVID. I have no time to plan.
Some people are waiting until they see what next year's like.
Yeah, exactly.
That gives us plenty of time to get our shit together, honestly.
Yeah, because in Florida they don't care about
there's
literally
kind of here. Almost.
It's because it's even crazier because Disney World brings in so much money.
Yeah,
it's gambling for Nevada, so it's if they don't have Disney World open, there's no way the economy's gonna run. So the governor has different rules for Florida or whatever. But so I think if we just build a good portfolio with everything that we got, just keep grinding.